Hey everyone, Deadbine here. Welcome back to Sky Vault, episode 78 here. New day of recording. We're going to kick this day off with some Terra Steel. We're going to craft a little bit, probably pause, craft a lot more, and then, try to get to our first vaults, maybe make our Terra Shatter. Hopefully we have enough mana. I don't know if we have enough materials for the Terra Steel. I don't know if we have enough mana, so we're going to find that out. I'll see you in there. All right, I'm also might be talking just a little tiny bit lower than normal. Lady Pine's still asleep, so. But let's do this, that. What am I missing here? Put something away, and now I'm missing. I need Vault Diamonds. Put the Vault Diamonds away. Okay, so we get the Vault Diamonds. I think I put the Vault. Hopefully, I put the Vault Diamonds away, and they didn't just get randomly converted somewhere. Okay, no problem. It's the best archetype talent you could choose, or talent you think is the best one to choose. It depends on your playstyle, honestly. Okay, nice. Now the cool thing is because there's so many mana pools that it draws for, this is actually gonna be pretty quick. You could automate this, but like, this is the most Terra Steel we're gonna need at one time, unless we die. So, I might not actually, because how fast this is, I might not pause you guys. I don't know if we have enough mana. That's the thing. I did AFK yesterday. I let this run for quite a while. Oops. Yeah, I let this run for a while. I crafted more TNT, let it run more fuel, so there's none of the pools up top are filled, but boy do they have a lot of mana in them spread out, you know. So that, yeah, like it takes half a pool per ingot, but like there's a lot of mana spread out here, you know. So pretty sweet. Hey, Armor Thor. Also, which one do you mean, Vinsmoke? Do you mean like the lucky one, the lucky versus artisan, or do you mean the class? Because I think the artisan versus like the extra luck. I think artisan's best for the late game by a lot, like a significant amount. Getting easy access to armor is really good. But that's just my personal playstyle. I like to control stuff. Like, you know, I like to have a little bit of control. If you could refund those, I would definitely take luck at the beginning and then switch to artisan later, but you can't refund them. And then as far as like the actual classes go, the 5 talents, gotcha. Looks like we're gonna have enough here, hopefully. Oh, it's starting to slow down a little bit. Hard to say. Anyway, as far as the classes go, I think it depends on your playstyle. I think Ward is very good. I guess I did. No, what happened to my Vault Diamond? I keep losing a Vault Diamond. How do I keep losing a Vault Diamond? Oh, they keep going into my backpack because they're on the ground. Classic. I set out to make 20, so we're gonna make 20 here. But I think it depends on your playstyle. So let's look at these because this is good. This is good conversation. And depending on what you have access to as well. I think Ward, Barbaric, and Glass Cannon. I think these 3 are the most powerful, and I think these 2 are like whatever. Like this says the player gets a damage boost. If this is you as the actual player, it would be good, but I think I think this is worded as the Eternals get a damage boost. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty cool. Being able to resummon them if they're unalived, definitely neat. Commander's interesting late game. I could see that. I could definitely see that being interesting late game. These you can refund, so you can actually respec if you want to. So this is the only one that I'm like, this is hard to get going. Like, it's a massive boost, to be honest, but like, that's a lot of health to not have, like, you know, while being below a certain threshold of health. Like, being below 20% health when you have 10 hearts is way too much. Way too much. I mean, that's a big boost. Like, that could help you finish off a boss, but like, so yeah. So I think these three are the best ones. I choose Barbaric because to me it's like basically Glass Cannon, because you get the same damage buff over time. So the level 1 goes up to 150%. This is also 150%. This is just active all the time. This takes a little bit of revving up. This one gets rid of Absorption Hearts, which I don't care about extra hearts. They never really interested me. You can still heal with this, with Leech. It's just this rage decrease of the healing effects is basically makes your Leech as effective as it was with no damage buff. So they don't want you hitting for 150 plus healing 4 hearts. With Glass Cannon you can, which is kind of cool. So like these two are like for the aggressive players, I think, which I am an aggressive player. I like to get in mobs' face. I like to kill them, get them out of my way, you know, that sort of thing. And this, yeah. So like I think this is better early on. I think Glass Cannon is actually better later, especially when you get to this, like to this one, because you're taking the same extra damage, but you get 400% buff. That's pretty absurd. This is really good with a parry build. Parry and resistance, I think, play a big role in this, because the idea is that you don't have extra hearts to take damage with. The idea is that you just negate the hit entirely. If you get 80% parry, like 80% of the time, you're just not taking a hit, right? So I think this is better late game where you can control how much parry you have. I think this is better. This is just generically good, minimal downside, very good upside, especially for farming and whatnot. Now this, people swear by this. I personally don't like it. I do not like not having Leech. But people love having their regeneration guaranteed. They love having those extra charges. It's a very defensive build. I'm not defensive. I'd rather kill the thing and not worry about it. So, but I've heard and seen this do good work as well. I don't think it's very good, personally. Like, having Leech is just too powerful for me. So that's how I feel about those. These two are not very good. And as far as these two are concerned, I haven't chosen one yet because I plan on doing Artisan at like level 100 and like level 100. Because getting to this one, where it's most likely rare, high chance of epic, is just so good. So you can always get Leech on gear. Well, Ward negates all Leech. This one just keeps it the same effectiveness. You're still only healing half a heart when you're full damage buff. So, and this one's just absurd. Like 300% buff at the rate of this is just it's a lot. It's a lot. And your DK is lasts a lot longer. So I don't know. That's how I kind of feel about those. So yeah. Anyway, we have enough for a Terror Shatterer now. We did use up a lot of mana though. Like these are empty. So we are gonna have to get some consistent mana going. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do on that. I've learned that the creeper explosions don't feed these. So TNT might be good for burst mana, but like we want to get something that's just running 24/7 kind of deal here, I think. And I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. We might get a Rosa Arcana with a deployer. You know. First is good for speedrunners. I wasn't aware people were speedrunning this. It's interesting. Okay, so Terror Shatterer takes 2 of these. A Dreamwood stick. And there it is. Our first Terror Shatterer. Now, the thing is, though, this is a D-ranked Terror Shatterer, so it's actually kind of just awful. You have to give it so many mana pools worth of mana to make it actually relevant and good. I think A tier is when it starts to be good, but like S plus is where you want to be at. I don't know where my wand is. Oops. Where's my wand? I must have missed it up here. It's... I don't know what I did with my wand. In here, maybe? There it is. Does Terra Shatter do? It mines a 5x5x1? Might even be bigger than that. Might even be bigger than that. But you have to change this to that way. There it goes, yeah. It mines ridiculously fast and ridiculously big. So this is like the best way to get into a mine shaft and just get all of the stuff. It can also, it also uses mana for durability, so you get to have your mana become your durability essentially. So if you have a good enough mana setup, it's just the silliest thing in the world for mining, specifically mine shafts. So okay, so now we are C approaching B tier. Now it's pretty easy to get this thing actually to I think like A-ish tier. It's getting it to S. That's the hard part. we already made the better magnet. Yeah, we already made the better magnet. We have the greater ring and the greater band of aura as well. So this holds 2 pools. So like this would be effective, but not like great in the mine shafts there. Gene Rogue tested out our new emote. I love it. So I just want to show how like
Cashier scanned the eyes of a rude customer with her barcode reader. The look on his face was priceless.
Nice, Gab Gold. Thank you for the 100 bits and the just horrendous pun. The SS tier requires 1 billion mana, and 1 mana pool is 1 million mana. There you go. So it's 1,000 mana pools. So we're B almost A. It slows down. It's exponential, so it slows down quite a bit. So we are going to need a really, really solid mana production here. We might end up going with the Keikomoris just because it's so efficient. Another thing I wanted to try out was one, my mini-map things got all messed up. And then I also wanted to do... I think there's a slime chunk. I might not do that on the big map, though. I guess it doesn't show that, huh? Unless I'm missing it. All right, so mini map settings. There's definitely a slime chunk setting. And I'm probably scrolling past it because there's literally so many options. There it is. Slime chunk's on. Oh, there is one nearby. Okay. So if we went to that chunk over there, actually one right in our base too. That's wild. We could make a slime farm and use the slime flowers as well to feed all of this. That would be kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, you know. So anyway, that's an option as well for consistent mana. A lot of people use the Cake and Wars just because it's easy to get a lot of cake. With the trading villager, Rosa Arcana works great. Yeah, Rosa Arcana is pretty good too. I did want to try that out. Like I thought about doing the Rosa Arcana plus. You probably don't need to do the experience, but I thought that would be kind of fun. Even just in like this level, we have 4 points here that we could put 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we get to level 5, which is plus 300%. We could even use that, you know. Like that sounds fun to me, you know. It just sounds different and fun, you know. All right. Anyway, YouTube. I'm gonna go now. We showed off the Terra Shatterer here. That's how you activate it. You right click it. I'm gonna go. Let's see if we can get this to A tier. I'm gonna put this in here because that'll draw all the mana from our pools. Perfect. I'm gonna go grind out a few crystals. We have all the stuff we need for these crystals. We just gotta grow them, like dark oak logs. Brown mushroom we might not have enough of. Shoot, we have to go to Scrappy Vaults for brown mushrooms. Okay. All right, that's fair. Then I might get geared up and we might go hit up a Scrappy Vault just for brown mushrooms, which is always a fun way to kick off the morning, you know. Oh, we got to do the Seal the Challenger today, chat. Okay, that's something we got to do today for sure. Okay, so we got to get crystals going. We're gonna face ourselves in the Seal the Challenger. We're probably gonna make some catalyst, some more catalyst table, stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna pause you up while I do some back end stuff here, YouTube, and then we'll get to our first vault today. All right, in the interest of showing you some more base maintenance here, I decided to take down. So the plan right now is, because our mana pools are empty, this is a prime time to move the battery, or almost empty. Should definitely make sure those are going in there. Anyway, we're gonna move the mana battery down below. According to the wiki, the mana mirror will chunk load at least the mana pools for us, so we can do it that way. So we're gonna move the mana pool down right into this chunk here, and we're gonna make this platform above us, our create platform. So we're gonna stick a giant windmill off the side here. We're gonna get all of our basic create machines going, and then we're also gonna be able to use that power to auto kill these guys. So we're gonna auto kill the creepers, and then with that we're gonna use a Rosa Arcana, which grabs the experience, and a Hopper Hawk to grab the gunpowder. And yeah, so we'll add that to our mana battery setup here, so we don't do that. But I just wanted to show this off. You can make extender pistons with create with a crank, so shift goes the other way. But you can, because you can't pick up this enchanted soil, and I want to use this for the Rosa Arcana, you can move them with the extender pistons over to this area. I just wanted to show that off. It's very amusing, to say the least. Let's go ahead and do that one more time with this guy. I just want to show this. It's too funny. It's so silly. You do need to have room for the for these things. You just click those. It adds to the end of them. Put your crank on. It's so amusing. And these are pretty good actually for pushing mobs, etc. Like people were suggesting those for the creeper farm up top there, but they require rotational power, and I don't like using anything that needs rotational power. So, but yeah, these will be close by. Then we can manipulate them with other pistons later. So anyway, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, start setting that stuff up. Definitely unpause you for the windmill setup, create setups, all that kind of stuff. We have a lot of non-vault things to do, but that said, we still need to run a Scrappy Vault for some brown mushrooms. We're short brown mushrooms. I need to grow those. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you when we're set up. All right, outfit change. I just put on a sweatshirt. All right, so we set up reset up our mana pool. It's all in one chunk. So we kept that in this chunk. I also made it 10 by 10, so 100 mana pools, which is a lot, but we'd have to fill this up 10 times, and we have to fill this up once to get this from A to S tier for the Terror Shatterer, by the way. So we're at A, yeah, we're at A currently. So we have to fill every single pool in the system up once, then let this soak essentially to get it to S tier, and then to get the S to SS tier, we have to do that 100 times. So you have to get 1,000 pools filled up, which because that's 1 billion mana. So probably just going to be doing the S tier, but you know, over time, maybe if we get this thing truly infinite, like, you know, cyclic, I could just AFK, you know, just take hours, all that good stuff. But anyway, platform's cleared up. We put some fuel in the endo flames just to get some mana back up and running, and I wanted to test out the system here. But we're gonna be doing a windmill here. Let me get some scaffolding blocks to work with. We'll just do this off the edge here. So we're gonna be doing what's known in the business, because you don't need to use the sails. You can make I made these sail frames, and then chat was like, don't use the sail frames. You can use the sails. They just connect to the windmill bearing off of any block. It's fine. It works. But we're going to make what the community has deemed the toilet paper roll. I don't make the names. I believe it's 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I'm pretty sure it's 4, right? And then you can do pretty evenly from there. Oh, this is infinite. What the heck? But anyway, you just do radial chassis plus slime balls on all sides, and then you just put wool on. I don't remember what the exact how many you do per side. That's what, 8 per side now. I think you just do this and then fill it in, and it makes like a solid brick. Yeah. Oh, I don't even need to go that much. I think I just do. Oh. Darn. I didn't mean to do that. I think you might just do this. Okay. There's a way to make it even. I've never really gone for even stuff here. Okay. Okay, so I got 16 on 4 sides. We got to put 4 more on all the sides, which is a little weird. Let's just do this. And we'll make the, whatever version of the toilet paper roll this is. All right, let's get our wrench. Nope. Right-click the bearing with any... Oh, empty hand. Okay. And that's as effective as a fully done... It just looks so silly. That's as effective as a fully done windmill with the sails, I believe. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I've used this in the past. Oh, it looks so silly. It really does look just so silly. All right. Well, we have rotational power now, which is fantastic, of course. So to move that around, you need shafts and gearboxes and such. We're gonna do what we can with what we got, because we need to get a full create setup with the because you need to make brass. So brass gives you the brass hand, which will let you make a deployer. Well, that's kind of interesting how expensive that is. So the deployer will let me kill the creepers with a sword, with mending and looting. So we get gunpowder and experience. So the gunpowder for the TNT, experience for the Rosa Arcana. So we'll have a consistent setup that we can just AFK and not worry about. You can actually technically auto-craft with create as well. I believe it's gated behind that, whatever that 100 piece is in the book here. Like, I don't think I can do it right away. Yeah, I think you need this, which is 101. So, but otherwise, I would say we could auto-craft once we get sand production complete and gunpowder production complete, we could auto-craft the TNT and just have that continuously going as well. But I don't think that's necessary. So, but yeah, so in order to make brass, we need to make a mixer. Okay, and then we're going to make a basin. And then we're also going to need to make a blaze capturing thing. So you just right-click this on a blaze spawner or on a blaze itself, so pretty easy to do in the nether. And you capture a blaze. This heats up the basin with the mixer to be able to make brass. That is this recipe, the last recipe here. So copper plus zinc, which we do have a little bit from our vault excursions. That brass will let us make the deployer. Deployer hooks in. You get the idea, etc., etc. So I'm going to work on that in the background. Definitely show you guys the setups. but I just wanted to give you the idea of like what I'm working towards, what I'm working with. And then we'll go over in detail how I connect all these things up. But it's really just going to be shafts and gearboxes. So gearboxes just rotate the power how you will. This does require quite a bit of zinc there. Andesite alloy, it's fine. It's easy. So, yeah. So just gearboxes and all that stuff. And they just kind of connect into this system. You get a certain amount of rotational force. As long as you don't go over that amount of rotational force, you're fine. And then you can use gear systems to speed this up, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna add some gear ratios to this. I'm gonna add everything in a line there and get the deployer going. So should be a good time. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll show it off. See you guys then. All right, here we go. We got a basic setup here. So with Create, I'm not going to claim this is a Create tutorial. Just some basic tips if you didn't know. But Create's based off of gear rotational power and gear ratio. So if you do large cogwheel to small cogwheel, connect that small cogwheel to a large cogwheel, so on and so forth. That creates a ratio. So it makes your rotational power spin faster. That said, it does take up some of your raw power. So I think this makes about 8,000-ish per tick or whatever their power ratio is. And this will reduce the amount of load that you can put on that 8,000 power. But I find 2 or maybe even 3 is good enough. And we just set up the simple mechanical press that we had before with the depot, which let us make plates. We already made some iron plates, which let us craft the whisk and the mixer here. So we are now going to go to the Nether to do some blaze kidnapping. 8196 RU at max, I believe. Yeah, and I believe that is considered a max rotational power thing as well. All right, we have not gone over to this side of the Nether in a while. It just hasn't been necessary. All you have to do is go boop, and you're done. And you're done. It's that easy. It's that easy. Oh, and also, if you're struggling to get them to spawn, I don't see why you would. You can also just go right-click a blaze spawner as well. That'll work. Totally fine. Totally fine. And then this setup will also be quite easy. I also took off my double jump. If you take off your double jump, you don't get that weird bug where you go up double the elevators. So, base in that. We could put this up by one more, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is just put this in the ground, this here, and then is this? Oh, this needs a gear to work with anyway. Forgot about that. All right, maybe we don't do that then. We really don't need this for much. Like we really do just want just the deployer here, which is really nice. So then if we, hold on, I put my gears away. Kind of want to show the process of this because gears are a little. I still need that. Gears are a little annoying, and I don't even have like a fully like. They're kind of like redstone where it takes a little bit of base knowledge to get, and I would just mess with it honestly. Okay, so we do that, then we'll just switch this, and we'll do that, and that'll power that. So it's just a matter of getting certain things powered up here. So now if we put zinc and copper into here and give this some fuel, this will make us our brass, which will make us our deployer, which we already have a power line ready to be placed down here. We already have our hopper hawk ready to be grabbing all this gunpowder. So I'm going to work on making the deployer and making some brass, and yeah, hopefully get this deployer up and running. That'll be really good, and I will see you when that's complete. All right, here we go. So I decided you can set up a crushing system for this that gives you a little bit of extra ore per. I decided to just sacrifice 2 from our limited supply because remember, we can only get these from inside the vault or from the orchid. So I'm sacrificing just a little bit to get this going. So I believe thought you could right-click into this, but I guess not. Let's look at a hopper real quick then. This episode may have no vaults in it, by the way. I just want to prepare you guys for that. I think my hoppers are upstairs somewhere. Oh, there's one at least. Could definitely hopper into this thing. But yeah, this will make us the... Yeah, perfect. This will make us that. Give that a little flame. That activates that. And that'll give us 4 brass. And we only need 4 brass to make 1 hand, to make 1 deployer, and get that set up in here. So the deployer holds an item, and we're gonna have it hold this sword, which I believe does work with the mending. But we're gonna have it hold this sword and kind of punch the creepers. I might have to reset up the creeper system here. We do have those. We do have the plates that kind of push them in there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get that set up now that we have the brass, and we're going to yeah, start getting auto gunpowder, auto experience. It's gonna be a good time. I'll see you then. All right, I believe we're set up here. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So basically, I just made it so this side is completely filled in, so they just fall here. Remember we found those 2 vector plates from our treasure room. We're gonna put them to good use here to make sure they're constantly getting punched by that thing. Yeah. And then hopefully these things don't explode. We're gonna turn it on to find out. We're gonna turn it on to find out. Now this is quite efficient from. Yeah, it can't even keep up with that. So I'm actually going to grab our lens here. I want to see if it can keep up with our lens. Okay, it can, because it's the most efficient when it's taking levels from you. This is another good way to get a burst of mana. But the fact that the Elven Spreader can keep up with that production off of an Enchanted Soil Rosa Arcana with the lens is awesome. So it's going to be way less efficient from here. So we're definitely not going to have to worry about that. But all right, so what I've been doing to turn off our farm here is just putting a mega torch on top. Oh, I don't have my slab with me. And then clearing the farm that way. So I think that's the best way to do it. Okay. All right, let's wait in anticipation here. I live for the moment. Sorry, not sorry, chat. Nice. Heck yeah, J March. Congrats. I did not turn the cart back on. Thank you. Yep. It only works if the creepers are getting pushed off the edge, huh? There we go. Chat saving the day. Good job, chat. Now this has smite 6 on it. No, this has sharpness 6 on it. Oh, pierce the opponent's cage. Oh, it does. It does take stuff. How interesting. Okay. We weren't sure if that was going to actually hold items or not. It apparently does. So let's go ahead and put this here. Still with that, let's go make a shoot real quick. I didn't realize that the deployer did pick up the items. So shoots are the fastest methods of they're faster than hoppers, if I remember correctly. Okay, good. It doesn't look like it's dropping experience, though. I thought this was going to drop experience. Huh. That's different. Am I remembering the deployer wrong? I guess I'm remembering the deployer wrong. Interesting. Does that mean the sword's going to run out of durability? Because I don't want to lose my looting 5. So, oh, thank you, Carlos. Oh, let's just check it here then, I guess. Let's check it here. Yeah, no, nothing's happening there. Like, even if we just... Oops. Take off the spark here. Oh, maybe it is. Hold on. I gotta not go close to the, Oh, you might be right. It might be working fit really fast here. Hold on. I just can't tell if I'm getting close enough to it to... Okay, it is working. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. You're right. It is just that. It's that fast. That's wild. Okay. That's good. I just wasn't seeing the particle effects from this distributing, but I guess it's so little that it doesn't produce the particle effects. All right, that's sick. So this is actually getting us experience and gunpowder, which is pretty dope. Is this not... Oh, this is not shooting into there. And it's also punching it? I'm very confused. Oh, we might need to make a smart shoot then. Because otherwise it'll hopper out that. The sword is fully mended though, which is nice. Gotcha. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to make a smart shoot. Have it only take gunpowder out of here, so we can keep the this in there. It also looks like these are not attacking it through the block, which is nice. I was worried that they were going to attack that. So, all right, I'm going to do that minor improvement, but this is functioning as intended for all intents and purposes, which is awesome. We'll just go make a tiny bit more brass for that smart shoot. Yeah, oh no, it's a gold plate. We're good. We don't even need that. So I'm just going to go make this smart shoot up. It takes, basically you get to put a filter on it. One of these things, which is just wool and iron nuggets. You hold this in your hand, shift click on it, and you can limit what goes through the smart shoot, which is pretty cool. So, so I can basically only let gunpowder through, so the sword doesn't go through with that. But when it was being used, it looks like it did get mended, which is pretty cool. So that's good stuff. All right, I will see you then. All right, so few updates here, YouTube. One, we confirmed that they're not dropping experience. The experience we were getting was when we were removing the recessive augment of the spark, it actually was getting mana from our other setup. So, and we looked, or someone in chat looked it up. Explicitly, the deployer does not give experience. So that's one. Two, that means we're probably not going to get our sword to auto fix with mending. So we just switched to not our fortune or our looting 5 sword. And then we'll just let it punch when that thing breaks. I'm not too worried about it. This will still get us gunpowder. It still gets automatic gunpowder, which is worthwhile for sure. We've upgraded to a pretty pipe because it's a little bit faster. In the future, when we have player damage traps, we're going to put player damage traps here. Those will drop experience and gunpowder and have that setup be pretty gosh darn good. So we'll upgrade that when we unlock dark utilities. For now, we'll stick with the gunpowder. So mana-wise, though, I decided to make 2 more Rosa Arcanas. You get, somebody said it was about roughly 70,000 experience, which is a little under 1/10 of a mana pool from being level 30 and above. So, and going from level 30 to 60 is like exponential there. So it calculates based on the experience amount, not the level amount, which is bad news bears if it did. But we can gain levels very, very quickly. We made some new lenses for these guys. I'm actually going to just test this without the spark first, just to see how fast this fills. Because, yeah. Well, this one's not keeping up. Why is this one not keeping up? Huh. I don't know why that one was not keeping up. This one is. Oh, maybe the Sorry, it's got too many flowers on it. That's why. This one needs to go to here. That's why. Okay. There we go. And this will drain 3 times as fast, but like you can see, like, look how fast the mana pool is filling. Yeah. Like, so really high end levels. Hey, Carlos with the gifted sub starting that hype train. You love to see it. So I think what I might do is this is a little funky, but I might put some levels into experienced. Even if we just get to level this. In fact, I'm going to do this right now. We're going to put some levels into experienced. So we have plus 300% experience gain, and I think this is how we're going to get a lot of our mana as well. And the cool thing is, once we do get the player trap here, we can also set it up in a way where I just sit here, the experience comes to me, then the Rosa Arcanas, because these are more efficient from the player. It's 35 from 1 experience orb and 50 from 1 experience orb worth from the player. So, yeah. So 60 levels here. 61 levels is about half a mana pool, give or take. So it's about 70 levels per half. So probably, I don't know what the level you need to be, because your experience is not linear. It goes up exponentially. So like level 100, the difference between level 100 and level like 70 is way different than the difference between level 30 and level 60. So, yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show that off. So this is a great way to get a lot of mana very quickly. And we are, of course, going to hook this up this way. And I think the idea is we're also going to... Oh my gosh, chat's going crazy right now. I think the other idea is we're also going to use our experience bottles, experience orbs. I might set up a shower right here. And then also just, you know, get going with the farm. I am going to reset up the TNT system here. Yeah, we're going to set up that TNT system, get everything reconnected, get our big mana going, while also trying to upgrade our Terra Shatter to S tier. And then, yeah, we might end this episode with a little quick Scrappy Vault looking for brown mushrooms. But, yeah, we'll show off all that stuff when that happens. And, yeah, I'll see you then, YouTube. All right, I thought I needed to go into a Scrappy Vault here, but it turns out we might not have to. We don't have to. Okay. Fair enough. So we can get our mushrooms this way. I believe Fortune does help this, but I'm not 100% on that. So there you go. You could just farm on Podzol. Podzol's obviously gotten from, not obviously, but Podzol's gotten from spruce, 2x2 spruce growing. So pretty easy setup to do here. I don't know if these will grow naturally without, like, they might get, like, you might be able to bone meal them, but like you might not be able to grow the big ones without bone meal here. Because I was thinking about maybe putting this in the line of things that get auto-farmed by Create eventually, which could be interesting. But I did just want to show that off there. Yeah. So now that's completed. We're good to go there. So I'm gonna go grind out some of I'm gonna go grind out some dark oak now, and yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I will see you in a second there. All right, so because we didn't need to do the Scrappy Vault, I think we're actually going to do this episode without a vault, because those are a little rare, but they do happen. But I want to show this off. We made 3 more catalyst tables, and basically I reorganized stuff to be, this first table is the one that has all 3 random. This one has random positive negatives. Sometimes you have a known curse on there, but this one's also random positive negatives. This one is known... Sorry, just random positive. Just random positive. You know the negative going in. We have a few just pure positives. This one is known positives, random negatives. So this table is the least important. So when I go down the line, this table is the least important because we know what we're trying to roll there. And then this one is just a continuation of that. So just want to show off that. And I put a few more crates here just to keep these organized. These are completely known catalysts. So and then something I've been forgetting to do is upgrading our Eternals. We can just do this till they're level 4s all around. Somebody said their speed wasn't like that big of a deal for some reason. Somebody said in the comments. I've noted it. I'm gonna do a little bit of health and a little bit of damage. And we're just going to go a little more even here. Make him live a little bit longer. Try to get him above 20 health. Oh, see, this one's already above 20 health, so we'll do the damage a little bit there. So nothing, you know, nothing to write home about there, but just definitely want to keep your turtles leveled up, you know, for sure. Especially the ones with taunt, you know. Oh, I should have done I should have done more health on the ones with taunt, but that's okay. The aura regeneration is definitely cool for sure. So anyway, good stuff there. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, actually, you know what? We might have one of these. No, okay. We're gonna be close though. Yeah. Oh, maybe not that close. All right. And then last but certainly not least, I wanted to check what was in the shop because the shop just rotated. Yeah, nothing too wild. I am gonna grab this. I think these are worth grabbing the whole time, but by the time we need to figure out what we need from the shop again, it'll have rotated a couple times. So, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, yeah. Just kind of show off what we got going on here. Oh, I don't know if we showed this off. We reset up our entropy flowers because these don't need. These don't work. These aren't affected by the enchanted soil. It appears to be. We made them floating and drastically reduced the size of the setup here. Yeah. So if we just pop TNT into these dispensers, you know, we'll get mana from them. We did upgrade the Terra Shatterer. I forget where I put it. I think I put it down here. I put all that mana we made over the course of the episode, I put into the Terra Shatterer, and it moved like the most minuscule amount from where it was before, which is, I think, hysterical. So a lot more mana to go, of course. But yeah. So we got all this stuff running. It's good. It's good stuff. We're gonna have to come up with a sand production. So we're probably gonna make the we haven't made that basalt grinder. We're probably gonna make one for cobblestone, and then link that into a create grindstone system to make sand infinitely. Might work on that next episode. Might work on that like this upcoming Wednesday because I don't feel like doing that kind of automation thing right now. But that would give us enough to make at least a lot of TNT. Maybe not infinite TNT, but you know, it'll get us a lot of TNT, and because that's our main source of mana production right now. And then of course I can go grind levels with the piglin farm. Set that up to just auto kill with an auto clicker, and that will give us a ton of levels. And I think these are going to be our big bursts of mana. And then once we get that going, we'll make the mana mirror, and then we'll be able to use a Terra Shatterer in the actual vaults. So that'll be pretty slick. And yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in, YouTube. Though really big shout out to all the Patreons over on the Patreon, link down below. But yeah, so seriously, huge shout out to all those who have joined and are supporting monthly like that. I really do appreciate that. It's seriously epic. And yeah, thanks so much for hopping on in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for just watching. Thanks for being you. And I'll catch you next episode. We're definitely going to run a lot of vaults in the next episode. We are short. We got to grind soul sand. So we're going to probably do one real random crystal. And we need 800 soul sand. We're officially out of soul sand. So got to go find some soul sand. And we got one crystal to do it in. And yeah, should be a good time. I will catch you all then. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.